Yehovah Eloheinu Svaod. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself. You shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Deuteronomy chapter 2. Then we turned and began traveling into the desert along the road to the Sea of Suf, as Yehovah had said to me. And we skirted Mount Seir for a long time. Finally, Yehovah said to me, "You have been going around this mountain long enough. Head north and give this order to the people. You are to pass through the territory of your kinsmen, the descendants of Esau who live in Seir. They will be afraid of you, so be very cautious and don't get into disputes with them, for I'm not going to give you any of their land. No, not even enough for 1 foot to stand on, inasmuch as I have given Mount Seir to Esau as his possession. Pay them money for the food you eat, and pay them money for the water you drink. For Yehovah your God has blessed you in everything your hands have produced. He knows that you have been traveling through the vast desert these 40 years. Yehovah your God has been with you, and you lack nothing." So we went on past our kinsmen, the descendants of Esau living in Seir, left the road through the Arava from Eliah and Etzion Givir, and turned past along the road through the desert of Moab. Yehovah said to me, "Don't be hostile toward Moab or fight with them, because I will not give you any of their land to possess. So I have already given Ar to the descendants of Lot as their territory. The Emim used to live there, a great numerous people, as tall as the Anakim. They are also considered Rephaim, as are the Anakim, but the Moabim call them Emim. In Seir, the Horim used to live, but the descendants of Esau dispossessed and destroyed them, setting in their place. Israel did similarly in the land it came to possess, which Yehovah gave to them. Now get going and cross Vadi Zered." So we crossed Vadi Zered. The time between the leaving of Kadesh Barnea and our crossing of Vadi Zered was 38 years, until the whole generation of men capable of bearing arms had been eliminated from the camp, as Yehovah had sworn that would be. Moreover, Yehovah's hand was against them to root them out of the camp until the last of them was gone. When all the men who were able to bear arms had died and no longer were part of the people, Yehovah said to me, "Today you are to cross the border of Moab at Ar. When you approach the descendants of Ammon, don't bother them or fight with them, for I will not give you any of the territory of the people of Ammon to possess, since I have given it to the descendants of Lot as their territory. This too is considered a land of the Rephaim. Rephaim, whom the Emori call Zemzumim, used to live there. They were a large, numerous people, as tall as the Anakim. But Yehovah destroyed them as the people of Ammon advanced and settled in their place, just as he destroyed the Horim as descendants of Esau advanced into Seir and settled in their place, where they live to this day. It was the same with the Avim, who lived in the villages as far as Azah. The Kaphtorim, coming from Kaphtor, destroyed them and settled in their place. Get up, get moving, and cross the Arnon Valley. Here I have put in your hands Sihon, king of the Emori, Heshbon, in his land. Commence the conquest. Begin the battle. Today I will put I will start putting the fear and dread of you into all the people under heaven, so that the mere mention of your name will make them quake and tremble before you. I sent envoys from the Kedemoth desert to Sihon, king of Heshbon, with a peaceable message. Let me pass through your land. I will keep to the road, turning neither right nor left. You will sell me food to eat for money, and I will give you water to drink for money. I only want to pass through. Do as the people of Esau living in Seir and the Moavim living in Ar did with me, until I crossed the Jordan into the land Yehova, our God, is giving us. But Sihon, king of Heshbon, would not let us pass through his territory, because Yehova, your God, had hardened his spirit and made him stubborn, so that he could hand him over to us, as is the case today. Yehova said to me, See, I have begun handing over Sihon and his territory before you. Start taking possession of it. Then Sihon came out against us, he and all his people, to fight at Yahaz. And Yehova our God handed him over to us, so that we defeated him, his sons, and all his people. At that time, we captured all his cities and completely destroyed every city, men, women, little ones. We left none of them. As booty for ourselves, we took only the cattle, along with the spoil from the cities that we captured, from Aroer, the edge of Arnon Valley, and from the city of the valley, all the way to Gilead. There was not one city too well fortified for us to capture. Yehova our God gave all of them to us. The only land you didn't approach was that of the descendants of Ammon, the region around the Yabok River, the cities of the hills, and wherever else Yehova our God forbade us to go. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Deuteronomy chapter 2? We can know that the children went through the land of Esau. Trust that it is Yehova who blesses you. Trust that Yehova is with his children. Know that the children of Yehova went through the desert of Moab. Know that the children of Israel moved around 38 years until all died that needed to die before Israel could cross over into the promised land. Know that the children of Yehova went through the land of Lot. Know that Yehova can put fear and dread into all the people under heaven. Know that Yehova can harden spirits and make people stubborn to make them do as he pleases. Trust that it is Yehova who hands over lands to his children. Trust that it is Yehova our Elohim who gives all to his children. Go where Yehova leads, and do not go where he does not lead. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach all that Yehova is in full control of all his creation. Bear one another's burdens. We can ask Yehova to soften the hearts of his children so they will obey. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Yavirachacha Yehova, Vayishmaricha Yair. Yehova panav elecha, vechunicha yisa. Yehova panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May Yehova bless you and keep you. May Yehova make his face shine on you and show you his favor. May Yehova lift up his face toward you and give you peace.